to Mumbai. And before they come for the workshop, Thursday we would have the Sangha. So me and Ganesh would always say that for us, Diwali comes in that month when they are coming. That is our Diwali. That is where actually the true light, inner light, we really have a wonderful opportunity to get in touch with. And I'm so happy that now the Sangha is bigger and we have that opportunity more often to have that Sangha with you, Sir Ma'am. And thank you for that.
You're welcome, Dr. Preeti.
Yeah. And Sir Ma'am, any guidance from you about this full moon?
This full moon, what's coming into my mind right now is on the full moon, everything is going to be flared up, amplified, like multiplied by 100 times. I can say sometimes it's 1,000 times. That's the effect of the full moon. That means if someone is in stressful state, generating a lot of negative feelings like anger, fear, it's going to be multiplied 100 times, 1,000 times. So those who are becoming aware of this energy of the full moon, how much it is powerful on these days, then they will actually transform. They catch themselves before they land into very negative feeling, negative states of mind. They move into more either neutral state or into more positive state, because everything is going to be amplified. The best thing is to be some kind of spiritual practice is recommended on every full moon, every new moon, because the effect of the full moon we have to utilize. For example, it is the sadhana, the practice of meditation that we do on a full moon or a new moon is equivalent to almost, people say, 40 days meditation practice. Every day, if you do 40 days meditation, whatever the energy that you get in one day on full moon, if we sincerely meditate, make this monkey mind empty and silent, we will be able to really go into deep meditation. And also, the energy will add that energy into our personal bank. There is a personal bank, energy bank,
account.
energy account. No, whatever, every time when we meditate, energy account in the bank will put lot of our energy. So it will be utilized later on. We need energy to manifest and to live our life, to do anything in this world, and we need a lot of energy to fulfill our projects. That's why we have to make use of every full moon and every new moon. They are very, very auspicious. And over to Dr. Lakshmi, her message today.
Happy Margashirsha Purnima to all of you, my dear friends. And happy Datta Jayanti also. So, this is a special full moon. Again, as usual, every full moon is so special, so unique. So, this full moon is Datta Jayanti. So, Dattatreya, Lord Dattatreya or Guru Dattatreya, he is an embodiment of Brahma principle, Vishnu principle, and Shiva principle. So he is an embodiment of Trinity principle. So friends, even in our life, some of us, we start things, we initiate things. We have that Brahma principle inside us. We are very creative, but we don't have the Vishnu principle. We can't maintain, we can't sustain. And some of us, we have Vishnu principle in us. We can sustain, we can maintain, but we can't create. We are not creative. And some of us, we have the Shiva principle. We can destroy anything. We can transform, but we can't create. We can't sustain. So it's very important to have all these three principles to live our life, because the whole universe is running on these three principles. So whatever is there in the macrocosm, that is there in the microcosm. So even in our life, we need these three principles. To create something, we need Brahma principle. To maintain, to sustain, we need Vishnu principle. And to transform, we need Shiva principle. So, my dear friends, I just remember this joke about Mullah Nasruddin. One day, Mullah Nasruddin wanted to teach his donkey how to fly. So he just showed his donkey a flying bird and he said, see that bird, how it is flying. You have to fly like that. And he pushed his donkey from the top of a mountain. And the donkey fell down and it died. So Mullah Nasruddin went to the donkey and said, "Oh, my dear poor friend, I was so enthusiastic to teach you how to fly. I forgot to teach you how to land." So, in the same way, my dear friends, we also have ideas, we want to fly high, we have ideas, we have creative ideas in our life. But it's not only about the ideas, but we also need to learn how to fly, and we also need to learn how to land properly, also. So, we need these three principles in our life. So, my dear friends, let us all connect to this divine supreme principle, and that is the Guru principle. Dattatreya represents the Guru principle, the Guru Tattva. Let us all connect today to this divine principle, the Guru principle, the Guru Tattva, and let us all connect to that Brahma principle, Vishnu principle, and Shiva principle, and let us live a meaningful and purposeful life. Thank you.
That was so powerful, ma'am, and so beautiful. So simply explained with an amazing joke of Mullah Nasruddin. So, ma'am, sir, should I take some questions? So, Rahul Bagaria ji is asking, how can I train my body to meditate for more than an hour? After a certain point, my legs start hurting. How do I overcome this and build stability? And the second question is, why do I sometimes feel like a fluid like movement or sensation when I meditate on my third eye? What is the spiritual meaning behind this experience?
Yeah, thank you for this experience, sharing this question to all of us. And how can I prolong my meditation beyond 1 hour? How to sit down in a comfortable posture and meditate for more than an hour? It is the question to all of us. How do we train our muscles in a gym? By putting an effort, not 1 day, not 10 days, not 40 days, but an year, 2 years sometimes. Calf muscles and particular group of muscles, if we want to train, we have to go to the gym. And meditation, we have to go to the spiritual gym. Spiritual gym is our sadhana, the practice. And there is no other, shortcuts to it. We have to sincerely do it in spite of the pain, by changing the posture and noticing which posture you will feel more comfortable. Buddha emphasized on the right posture, comfortable posture for you. Whatever is so comfortable for you, we have to sit down in that comfortable posture. Make sure that your body is not tight. You don't need to sit down in a lotus posture, but it can be very, very comfortable. If your legs are paining, sometimes it is the area where the energy need to flow. Sometimes blood circulation, because we are not accustomed to sit down like that in a kind of posture where we are sitting down on the floor. That's why sometimes in the beginning stages of our practice, we do get numbness or pain also. But as we prolong, as we continue to practice beyond 6 months, this numbness of the feet, numbness of the legs, and pain on the legs will disappear. It will not be there. And we have to make sure that there is a blood circulation by easing the posture. You can be a little bit notice how it you can a little bit adjust and then continue. For example, if I am practicing for 3 hours meditation, I keep moving my legs sometimes after 1.5 hours. I need to just move my little bit and without opening the eyes. I just adjust the body without opening the eyes because the antarmukha sthiti, the internalized, the focus point, it will not be disturbed. We should not open the eyes. We should continue meditating, but adjust your legs a little bit if it is too unbearable, too much unbearable. And the second part of the question is the liquid fluid movement in the third eye. And it is an astral experience. Energy is actually, it is considered as the prana, as a vayu actually. Vayu. And some, during the experience of the energy in the body, it is considered as the initial stages, it's considered as liquid form, fluidy. And more it moves into more gaseous form like a vayu. That's why it's called pancha maha vayus. Pancha maha pranas are called pancha maha vayus. For example, the breath we are observing, the energy of the breath is converting itself into 5 pancha maha vayus. They are pancha maha pranas, means energies which are divided into 5 segments. These 5 also divide into another subcategories of 5 more. Total 10 maha pranas. We have 10 maha pranas. So they all have this tendency to move like air, like how air moves in the body. That's why, for example, some people, they get the sensation in the head, like a tingling sensations. Why? Because it is a Vyana Vayu. There is a Vyana Mahaprana which is moving around the head and also around the periphery of the bodies. It moves. For example, if energy is moving around your tummy, it's a Manipura chakra, the solar plexus, the third chakra. It's a Samana Vayu. So in the third eye, this is the psychic energy center of us, because when Vishuddha, you raise above that and you land here in the third eye region, it is the most divine experience, because it is a meeting point of your 2 nadis, meeting point of Shakti and Shiva. And it is the divine meeting point. That's why many get these experiences, like perception is altered. For example, suddenly we feel it's a liquid movement, a fluid movement. Some they feel it is like a air movement. So it is your own prana energy. It is the sensations that we perceive, but nothing to really dissect and analyze this. This is when you observe that, it's a very divine experience. It is the energy which is moving, and really relish that energy and experience. And one need not have any kind of intellectual analysis of what's happening inside, because sometimes it becomes a stumbling block. Why? Because I want to know what's happening. We don't need to know intellectually, because it's all experiential. For example, we don't need to know about the car. We need to know how to, where the pedal, where the brakes, where the stop brake is there, and all that little bit we need to know. The make, engine, how much fuel is going. No need, because in spirituality also too much intellect becomes a blockage. We don't need too much information. Better we have less information, more experience, more practice. For example, observing, witness. Vishnu principle, Vishnu Tattva, Lakshmi man said, it is nothing but witnessing consciousness in us. Vishnu Tattva is the orchestrating factor, maintenance factor, which always like a watching consciousness, watcher consciousness. It is a witness consciousness that we need to really, really cultivate during our meditation practice. And many more. Once we go here into the third eye, oh, what a different world opens for many people. We
And
become,
any practice we need to practice for minimum of 40 days. That's why our elders gave this dikshas, mandala diksha, they say mandala, 40 days. We know so many dikshas, Ayyappa, mandala diksha, because a smoker, an alcoholic who doesn't have any discipline, they just take up this diksha and suddenly they have to stop smoking, they have to stop drinking, they have to lie down on the floor, all this spiritual discipline. So that 40 days of time will be able to master this physical body, will be able to master this mind, and this spiritual discipline is very much needed. So 40 days of practice really, it makes things very easy. And initially the mind, for the first time you're sitting with closed eyes focusing your attention on the breath, but the mind starts going here and there, more than before. So that 40 days of practice, that spiritual discipline will help us to focus and to meditate. Yes.
thank you.
Thank you, Rahulji.
Thank you so much, sir, ma'am, for the beautiful answer. And there have been so many friends now writing on the side some of their experiences. Why is this happening? So I think all of us kind of got our answers from what sir said, that we don't have to dissect everything. We just need to practice.
Yeah.
So, sir, ma'am, I'll take another question. Surbhi Garg has asked that after attending Inner Child workshop, I've been reflecting on something. She said that children are innately intelligent and wise beings. So, what should we, parents, teachers, or schools, really be teaching them? Life itself is a great school, and so is nature. Today, just as in the past, people feel drawn to return to their childhood or reconnect with nature because science and technology often pull us away from that natural bond. And true learning should never be spoon fed, it should be self driven because that's what makes us feel empowered. And she's saying, I feel children should be given freedom to self learn, self discover, and explore. Our role is simply to answer their questions and when they ask with basic boundaries. So, what are your thoughts on this?
Yes, wonderful. After inner child work, so much happened within you, and this question is a result of your own experience of your inner child. And actually, parents need to learn from children. Children need not be taught anything. They're natural beings. They're perfect as they are. Only thing is, as a parent, we need to fulfill the needs. That's all. Nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. Only essential needs of a child need to be fulfilled. Nothing to be taught. No need to correct the child. No need to beat the child, scold the child, nothing. They are such divine beings. Only parents need to update themselves. They need to be taught. They need schooling. They need inner child workshop. They need inner child retreat. Children, they are such divine beings. They don't need any kind such coaching or training classes. And children are such wisest beings in their natural settings. If parents have supported the children and fulfilled their needs, and what happens is that each child, the potential is going to they manifest the potentials. For example, they each one can become a Buddha being. Each one become a Krishna. Each one become a Socrates, Vivekananda Swami. Each child is a genius, masters, then the divine masters. So that is the potential of every child. Only thing is, parents don't interfere too much. Accept your children as they are, and essential needs need to be fulfilled. And nurturing discipline. That's one thing that we also discipline, but in a very, very nurturing way. And one of the essential needs for every child is You know, when mistakes are made, they are punished. They are told that don't make mistakes. As a parent, we need to tell that it's okay to make mistakes, but not to repeat them, because that way they have learned not to they don't stop the learning process. They continue to learn. Fear of making mistakes, they stop learning. They stop experimenting. Life is full of experiments, full of exploration, full of experiences. So we need to really, really open ourselves. Such a beautiful life is in front of us. So one single, need that is not fulfilled by many children is, oh, don't make mistakes. You have to be perfect all the time. How can we be perfect? We have to have all the flexibility as a parent. So these are some of the thoughts that I am getting right now, and
Yeah.
over to Dr. Lakshmi.
And each child is like a beautiful bud, you know. One child is a rose bud, the other child is a jasmine bud. And most of the time, what we try to do is we tell the rose bud, oh, look at that jasmine, it's so beautiful. You are not beautiful, become like that jasmine. Or we tell jasmine to become like rose. So what we just need to do is just provide that environment. If a child is a beautiful plant, a beautiful flower, just provide all that is needed. You know, sunlight, watering, and whatever the child needs, you just provide that. And the children also need guidance from parents, because sometimes just somebody was saying, you know, giving them all the freedom, sometimes they also need guidance. It's not just freedom, sometimes freedom can mean something else. So they also need guidance. And the most important thing is, don't rush that bird to become a flower, you know, because it has its own way of unfolding, it has its own way of, you know, flowering. And most of the time we are in a hurry, you know, we are taking that bird and we are asking that bird, come on, become a flower, come on, come on. And we are interfering, and with that interference the bud just, you know, withers. So, friends, it is so important, because every child is so divine, they're so wise, they have all the divine qualities. So, if we can just support them, guide them, and just give them whatever they need, all the needs, and they can just unfold into beautiful, beautiful flowers.
All the inner child work is about becoming a child again,
Yeah.
and as innocent as a child, as pure being as a child, as loving, compassionate as a child. Because child is the door to what is called the land of enlightenment. So
So,
every
inner child work is all about deconditioning. We are all deconditioning ourselves and going back to that childlike state. And child is already in that state. What do they need? They don't need anything. They're already in that state. We have to just, you know, hold them. They're so precious. They're so, you know, delicate. They're so sensitive. We have to just hold them.
now school system is completely messed up. The education system, completely driven by competitiveness, and also the marks, how many marks you are getting, and knowledge, only intellectual information, only theoretical information, how much information you have, and there's so much of intelligence that is being untapped in every child. So hope that there will be some schools in the future, like you have asked this question, means you can start a school. Think about starting a beautiful school where all the intelligences of a child is going to be recognized by the school teachers. They teach in a very different way. They embrace every child. They're not just intellect, not just cramming up the subject, not just by hearting the subject. It's completely understanding it from their deeper self. So then such schools serve a great purpose in this world. We need such schools.
So, ma'am, this inner child is so powerful, and we've experienced so much transformation. And as you mentioned, that it's the parents or the adults who are adulterated. We
Yes.
don't need to, they already have it. We have to really let go of those adulterations.
And it is
And
so funny. You take away all the divinity, and then again, you want to do something for them because they are already an embodiment of that purity, that creativity, that divinity. So
yes,
it's so
yes.
amazing. Yeah.
And ma'am, sir, also we kind of learned how they trigger our unhealed stuff. So our children actually will be our mirrors. When we see a child outside, when we feel so much for them, it's actually also triggering our own inner child.
Yeah. There is this beautiful saying that your children are your unfinished business.
Yes.
So, whatever you're not able to see in yourself, whatever you're not able to look in yourself, your children are mirroring that to you.
Yes.
So, your children are really helping you to look at some of those aspects and to heal and transform yourself.
Yes. And friends, sir, ma'am are doing this workshop on mindful parenting for the very first time. This is happening in Delhi in April, and where they're actually going to talk in detail about this. And I was just asking sir, ma'am, and they mentioned also it's not necessary also just children, right? When we have projects also, because our projects are also like our babies, and how our unfinished business will also come there. I'm looking forward to that wisdom, sir, ma'am, the first time that you're going to be sharing about that.
Yes,
Wow.
yes, Preeti.
Yes,
Yeah.
sure. This is a mirroring concept, how children become the mirrors to parents. This is something very beautiful because we keep seeing many of the unresolved emotions of the parents. It'll be actually children will be showing, they're like reflecting back to parents certain emotions because child becoming angry at parent. Actually, it's the parents' anger they're showing it, or some children who are depressed, or children who are sad, children
Mm,
who have some fears. It's the unresolved fear of the mother.
mm,
So when parents they become aware of this, they'll be
mm,
able to unburden,
mm,
release the children from that
mm,
trauma,
mm.
painful emotions.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Ma'am, should I take one more question?
Yes, yes.
So it's anonymous. Sometimes I feel as though I've chosen a really difficult path, one filled with challenges that I welcome because they help me grow and evolve. But there are moments when the pain becomes so intense that I wish it would stop. At times, this pain brings up suicidal thoughts. I know I would never act on them. My sadhana keeps me grounded, and I understand the spiritual weight of such a step. But the emotional burden can feel overwhelming. I live alone, and when I'm a fully self sufficient, independent woman and constantly working on myself through workshops, meditation, and therapy, I also recognize that wanting emotional support is natural. Human connections matters. Even someone who can handle her life still needs to feel held, understood, and supported from time to time. I'm 38 and single, and it really hurts. What can I do about the suicidal thoughts? I'm not a coward. Things are just sometimes very painful.
Yeah, and we appreciate your courage facing so many challenges, and where you could look at the suffering that's surrounding you and just causing some certain limitations in your life. And there is a reason why someone chose to be single. Sometimes it feels like it's not your choice, but you're single. There is a reason why. We need to find out the reasons behind everything. Means sometimes the cause, because everything is cause and effect in the physical plane. And one thing, two spiritual perspectives I share. Number one is sometimes we think our pain is unbearable. It is like, oh, nobody else in the world has such a pain. Very few, like me. We think that way. But sometimes Buddha's first noble truth, we need to know there is suffering everywhere. There's no home which is without suffering. We have to see suffering everywhere. Otherwise, it becomes like a, oh, I'm the only one going through so much terrible things in the world. Oh, so much suffering.
Even in suffering, we want number one. We want to be number one.
Means
We want to be champions. Yeah, we think that
we
way.
think that way because we are not able to see the suffering of everyone. Everywhere there is suffering. Physical plane itself is full of suffering. We think that the path is full of rose petals and red carpet, but it's not. It's thorny path for everyone actually. That's why Buddha is so courageous. Siddhartha, when he saw the suffering, not only in his own life, in his own kingdom, and he saw that everything is inevitable, death is inevitable, and sickness is inevitable, old age is inevitable, and there is root cause for every suffering is ignorance. He found these noble truths. He could liberate himself from that. So, first thing, this perspective is needed for everyone. My suffering is the greatest suffering, nobody else. Then we go to to the extent of suicidal thoughts, ending our life. When we are able to see the suffering of everyone, then everyone is the same. We are all traveling in the same boat. And then this noble truth, this truth that everywhere there is suffering, and suffering is the same for everyone. Maybe someone is PhD, someone is 80 years old, someone is 10 years old. We can't compare the pain. 10-year-old child, that is whatever that child is going through, it is the greatest pain. 80-year-old going through some pain, it is the greatest pain, emotional pain or physical, any pain. So a pain is equal for everyone. So it can ease little bit of the suicidal thoughts. When we come to know, oh, it's a universal, oh, everyone is going through that. I have a lot of lot of companions along the way, a lot of people who are suffering, and Buddha is, who opened the door of enlightenment for many.
Yeah.
Who's such a courageous one? A man who raised to the level of consciousness where he could liberate from the suffering. And he said, like me, it's possible to become a Buddha. Before me, the millions of Buddhas existed, and along with me right now, many Buddhas are there. In future, there are many Buddhas going to come. That Buddhahood is possible for everyone. The second perspective is, as I told, there is a cause and effect. We need to explore what is that suicidal thoughts. When someone loses the hope, there is no future. Future is gloomy. And these beliefs, these thoughts, these emotions, the whirlpools, the same thing which is repetitive in nature, same repeated pattern, which makes us not to be interested about life anymore. We want to give up. That's why it is so important to take an oath that I will never vacate my body till I find my true self, till I find my enlightenment and my wisdom inside me. Because wisdom inside us, it saves us. And second thing is, there's no savior outside. Nobody can uplift us. This is another thing. We are expecting from childhood, oh, one day one teacher, great master will appear, and one physical teacher will come and hold my hand and take me to enlightenment. No, it won't happen. We have to uplift ourselves. We have to know the meditation, that's it. After that, we have to make this breath as our teacher and guru, and we have to really sincerely practice and know the wisdom. The teachings of Buddha is available, the guidelines, the wisdom, and how he has attained to that state. We can take him as an example, and we can travel that path. That's why we need not wait for someone to uplift us. There's no someone who can really liberate us. There's nobody. Apo Dipo Bhava. Be a light unto yourself. Buddha's final words. And Uddared Atma Atmanam. Uplift your own soul. That's what Sri Krishna, Bhagavad Gita, Paramatma told us. No, we can't expect someone, therapist, a healer, or a guru to help us. No, we have to do our bit. We have to take full responsibility for courageously taking the step. We have to take a quantum leap. All the tools are available inside us.
Yeah, I just want to share something that can make you happy. Actually, more suffering, more advanced you are. If your life is rosy, rosy, no challenges, what is there to learn? What is there? Nothing. Very boring life. So, the more challenges you have, the more courageous you are. So, that clearly shows that as a soul, you have chosen these challenges because you are capable. You are capable of facing these challenges and learning the lessons from this. So, just appreciate yourself for this choice that you have made and understand that life is very valuable, very meaningful. This life, this life is so valuable. So value life, live your life with meaning and purpose, and learn your lessons. All the best to you.
And one beautiful key Dr. Lakshmi just voiced out is we have planned about circumstances of this current life well in ahead, even before we stepped into the womb of our mother. There's a pre-plan, pre-birth plan, soul plan it is called as. It means our challenges are well planned ahead. And we need these challenges, definitely, these some problems in the physical plane to actually act like a trigger to awaken our own inner wisdom
Potential.
or potential, inner wisdom. So that's why it's a good news to know that there is a soul plan and we have nothing happened by chance. Everything happens by choice. And if you want to get married, now you're 38. Okay, give yourself one more year. 39, you want to get married, you will get married. Do the sankalpa, do the intention, and invite a life partner and look at what this challenge means to you, what are the lessons for you, and how life would be if you have a wonderful companion who walks with you together in this life, and something very beautiful.
Yeah, sometimes our fear is stopping us. Fear to take action, fear to take choices. We just stop ourselves. We think, oh my God, what will happen if that person comes, if that person is very abusive? So it's all, whatever is happening in the mind. So you need to face your fear and you have to step out and you have to make choices and you have to start living. Then only you will receive the support from somebody, from a loving partner. If we don't make that choice, if you don't take that action, how will you find a loving partner in your life? So it is so important to make choices in your life and learn from those choices. Yeah, all the best to you.
And sometimes this Sajjana Sangatya, like how this kind of group meditations, group interactions with like-minded meditators and spiritual inclined beings. So it's very good for the growth, spiritual growth, personal growth. That's why Buddha always said three jewels he left for everyone. Buddham Saranam Gacchami, Sangham Saranam Gacchami. Sangha means the people who are like-minded people who are spiritually oriented and who are inclined for enlightenment, the path of enlightenment. So that Sangha also we need to always take refuge in the Sangha. Sangham Saranam Gacchami and Dhammam Saranam Gacchami. Even the wisdom, whatever the teachings of great Buddha and many Buddhas in the past, those teachings we need to always remember, take refuge of these teachings. Thank you for the question. It is more than answers. I really like the question.
Thank you so much, sir. And friends, in Mumbai, we've been having the Sangha. So every Thursday, whenever we are in Mumbai, we do host the Sangha. And before Sir Ma'am come for the workshop, so in January they are coming, we have the self mastery workshop. And the Thursday before that, so if you are in Mumbai and or if you're coming for the workshop, you can also come on Thursday and do join the Sangha. And yes.
Wonderful, Dr. Preeti. You promote workshops so well. You market very well, Dr.
Is it,
Preeti.
sir?
Yes. Oh, you are making everyone attend self mastery workshop.
Sir, I'm
It's
excited. Sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Because
sir. I want really this work, sir.
yes,
How
yes,
much we have benefited. I,
yes.
I think if I have to gift somebody anything, I would gift a workshop rather than giving them anything else. So
Preeti.
I think this is the best that we could be doing with our.
Yes, Preeti.
I think in this age, is very important. Definitely, we need to reach out more people. It's not bad about it, and I really, really appreciate
Yeah,
Dr. Preeti.
I really appreciate you and Ganesh, Preeti. It's more than, you want to share this information with
Absolutely,
everyone
ma'am.
because you want everyone to get benefited. Whatever you have experienced, you want everyone to experience.
Oh,
I really
absolutely.
appreciate. Yeah.
And
Thank
before we started, also bringing your workshops to everybody. I mean, that was our intention. But I'm just sharing with everybody. One day, Ganesh overheard a couple fighting. We were in a restaurant, and he says, if I was ever to become the Prime Minister of India, the first law I would pass is no getting married before inner child. You have to do it. So I think we just feel for this so strongly. Our life has really changed so much that we really want this to
you.
reach.
Yes, Preeti. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, sir, ma'am, are we ready for meditation?
Yes, yes, yes. So wonderful, my dear friends. What a joy to meditate together on the on this Purnima. Let us all close our eyes, clasp your hands, sit in a comfortable posture, Sukhasana. Close your eyes, observe your breath, the natural breathing process, how the breath is going in and how the breath is going out. Just observe. Breathing in and breathing out. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Just observe your breath. The natural breath. Your breath is your guide. Your breath is your master. Your breath is your guide. Your breath connects you to your inner guide. Allow yourself to inward all your senses to experience this inner silence, this inner stillness. Allow yourself to experience. Allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to connect. In this deep state of silence, experiencing this inner stillness, now in this state of awareness, allow yourself to connect to this Trinity principle within yourself. In this deep state of silence, allow yourself to awaken this Brahma principle, the creator principle, awakening all the divine qualities within yourself, awakening your creativity, awakening the power to create, to start new beginnings. In this state of awareness, allow yourself to awaken the Vishnu principle, the sustainer, to maintain, to sustain, to witness, the witnessing consciousness. To sustain whatever you need to sustain. And now you can connect to the Shiva principle. You can awaken that Shiva principle within yourself, within your being. The Shiva principle to destroy all your ignorance, to destroy your arrogance, your ego that is stopping you, that is blocking you, that's not allowing you to connect to your full potential self. Awakening this Shiva principle, allow yourself to transform whatever you need to transform within yourself, anything you needed to change within yourself. In this divine states of consciousness, allow yourself to integrate the Brahma principle, the Vishnu principle, and the Shiva principle. Integrate this Trinity principle so that you can create, so that you can sustain, so that you can transform. Just allow yourself to experience the integration of these three principles within your being. Experiencing this newness, experiencing this change, experiencing this transformation. Allow this Trinity principle to just transform whatever you needed to transform in your body, in your mind, in your being. In this deep state of stillness, acknowledging the Trinity principle within your being, a perfect balance of this Trinity principle, and acknowledging each principle within your being. I am Brahma. I can create whatever I want to create in my life. I am the Vishnu principle. I can sustain, I can maintain whatever I need to sustain in my life. I am the Shiva principle. I have the power to transform, to change, to integrate. In this beautiful, beautiful state of awareness, allow yourself to connect to that full potential self, unfolding yourself. Now, in these divine states of consciousness, allow yourself to connect to the Guru principle, the Guru Tattva, the Dattatreya principle, bowing down to this Guru, bowing down to this supreme force, embodiment of the Guru Tattva. Connecting to this master, connecting to this supreme divine force. Connecting to this power to create, to sustain, to transform. Feeling so grateful. Whenever you're ready, take your own time. Slowly, 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 Slowly rub your hands, and you can place your hands on your eyes and slowly, slowly, you can return back to this present moment fully, fully grounded, receiving the blessings of the great Master, Gurudeva Datta.
That's wonderful.
Beautiful. Thank you, sir, ma'am. And thank you, friends, for joining.
Thank you, my
Thank you
dear
all.
friends.
Wonderful, wonderful.
May you all receive the blessings of Guru Dattatreya. May you all be blessed. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Preeti.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank
Preeti.
you.
Sir, ma'am. Thank you, friends.
Wonderful, wonderful.
कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 देवकी नंदन तुमको वंदन रखते सबकी लाज सबके स्वामी अंतर्यामी पूरन कीजिए काज देवकी नंदन तुमको वंदन रखते सबकी लाज सबके स्वामी अंतर्यामी पूरन कीजिए काज मन मंदिर में सजे बिहारी मनमोहन तेरी छवि अति प्यारी मन मंदिर में सजे बिहारी मनमोहन तेरी छवि अति प्यारी बंसी बजैया रास रचैया तारन हार मेरे तुम ही केवैया तुमसे बड़ा कहाँ कौन कन्हैया
See you all next month again, friends.
गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा श्री कृष्ण गोविंद
गोविंद हरे मुरारी नाथ नारायण वासुदेव कृष्ण गोविंद हरे
अंतर्यामी पूरन कीजिए काज लीला परंपार तेरी तू माखन चोर कहावे भवसागर से सबकी नैया तू ही पार लगावे भक्तों का सहारा तू बांसुरी वाला मथुरा के बसैया ओ नंद के लाला तेरी भक्ति में नाचे सब ताता भैया श्री कृष्ण गोविंद श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा देवकी नंदन तुमको वंदन रखते सबकी लाज सबके स्वामी
Thank you. Thank you, sir, ma'am. Thank you, friends. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Thank you.